Let's do a standard run. Which champion haven't we played with recently? Has to be Soul Guard, right? We played a lot with Little Fade. We have done a Primordium, a Wilden, and Shoutail Queen run recently. Yeah, let's do a run with Soul Guard. And a random allied clan. See how high we can get this win streak. Daedalus with Explosive Sigil. Fel with Wrath. And Seraph the Impatient as usual. Cuddle Hex, Mind Collapse, Flash Freeze are the starting cards. Yeah, I don't mind seeing a Cuddle Hex in the starting cards, that's pretty neat. Mind Collapse and Flash Freeze also interesting. So Umbra is our secondary clan, and we have Plinks from the exiled Umbra. Looking at this deck, I really want some spell damage. We are playing Soul Guard, we have to. So, Direchannel or Titan Channel? With Founding Seal, I think we wanna go Direchannel. Because Titan Channel doesn't really scale with the incounts. You only need a certain amount of shards and then all others are useless. Direchannel is basically incant, gain +3 attack. Yeah, that's pretty much it, right? Except that you can't use multi-strike, it doesn't trigger spikes. There are a few differences, but honestly, it's mostly just incant +3 attack. I assume this goes to 6 then 9. 6 is better than a Nameless Siren. Well, yeah, but there's no way to apply melee weakness to enemies, right? Let's try Direchanneling. Yeah, stage 2 is already better than a Nameless Siren, and then stage 3 would be about double the Nameless Siren scaling. So we basically start with a Nameless Siren plus as a champion. It's still affected by days. We can't really set up the top floor. Well, we can. Probably should even. I'm really hoping to discard the dead weight. Did not. That sucks. Oh, Plink! Oh, this is really good. This is amazing. Oh, this is everything I ever wanted. 18 damage right now. Do we need a frontline or are we just happy with morsels? I think we just use morsels for this turn. Yeah, of course. We need more damage. We don't have units to play, except for the Cuddle Hex. Do we just blink on this floor? That's good. That leaves us free to Mind Collapse on this floor. 10, 30 damage. Definitely trains you out on the top. Let's try to snipe the backliner. Too bad the Morsel Excavator isn't playable on the top floor. This is +3 attack for Soul Guard. It should be better than Frostbite 6 on the boss. I should have played this behind the morsel. Would have made more sense. Oh right, we can only play that on an enemy. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Helical Crystallis, Titan's Gratitude, Titan's Tooth. So with Soul Guard, what I'm most worried about is the first 1 or 2 waves. Alright, I freeze cards with the Cuddle Hex, yeah. The first 1 or 2 waves is what I'm most worried about. So some front-loaded damage would be nice, like Helical Crystallis. Titan's Tooth is also nice because we don't have a great way to kill backliners except for some spells. Titan's Tooth can take care of a bunch of them. I always like Space Prism in Stygian especially. Timbre Assault is nice too, but we already have a few spells that can target backliners. Ooh, I get to choose my path this time. Do we want an Umbra unit? I don't think so. Well, it wouldn't be bad, but I'd rather have the spell upgrades here. Holdover. What do we hold over? If this were a +10 magic power one, I would strongly consider Mind Collapse holdover. We could still do that and just reroll for a spell damage power up. This has to happen. Could also hold over the Titan's Tooth and just hope to discard it with foregone power, but that seems like a dangerous idea. I will hold over the Mind Collapse. That just means we have to worry much less about Ember. Titan's Tooth with the freeze. Yeah, that kinda makes sense. As long as I have the Cuddle Hex out, that would work pretty well. We definitely want to set up on the top floor against these guys. Now, do we want Soul Guard ready to deal damage, or do we just want to take out one of these? We want to take out one of these. These unupgraded Blinks are so useless right now. This is Cuddle Hex, Blink for the Incant. I could Blink this guy. Probably I should do that. Gives us enough power to kill this guy. Foregone power. No, we want the incant. I could have frozen it, but the foregone power is a bit of an awkward card to freeze. Block this hit and then discard the Titan's Tooth. Nice timing with the upgraded Blink. Don't think I want to freeze the foregone power, and I do want to play the Direchannel. The problem with the freeze is that the foregone powers kinda act against it, just a little bit. Well, we have the kill here. Flash Freeze, Energy Siphon, Titan's Gratitude. Is spell weakness something we're interested in? No. Not that much. We only have small spells at the moment. I don't think I want to be I want to be adding more Flash Freeze. A Titan's Gratitude as a big spell is nice, but that's another random discard thing. Still worth it. Peril, Space Prism, Making of a Morsel. Is it just another Space Prism? Think so. Siren of the Sea. We want the tank. And Siren of the Sea is an excellent tank. Morsel units enter with damage shield, or stewards have damage shield, multi-strike and stats. Wing technology. I might be undervaluing the prototype, but I feel like at this point in the game, my deck is good enough to beat Daedalus. Which Daedalus are we up against? The Extinguish one. Roll Titan's Tooth. I probably should. I was just considering how important it is to have the Titan's Tooth in the deck for Daedalus, but it's not that important. There are waves of multiple units, but these are usually 1 health, and we do have the Blinks, so things should be alright for this fight. Especially with a setup turn like this. Also, I should switch Cuddle Hex and Soul Guard when I have the Siren. Train Steward is just dying anyways. I could save the foregone power until the units are at the top floor. But there's a high chance I draw another foregone power next turn, so... And yeah, I do. Time around I'm gonna try to freeze the Flash Freeze. Didn't work. Because I wanted to play my spells on the top floor. Oh, I hit Daedalus. I was confused for a second. I would like the extra Ember next turn. Thanks. This leads to an empty hand. Pretty much all the time. And I'm okay with that. Our Siren has 45 power now, so we are okay. This is no problem for us anymore. Let's generate 2 mortals here. Using this one to block. Do I even wanna gain Ember? No. Let's just play the Mind Collapse on the top floor for the Incant. Final wave, very nice. Soul Guard is doing pretty well. Ancient Synergy. Harness the Titan. That works really well with Blink. The Ancient Synergy is pretty expensive. But with the Mind Collapse that's a bit less of a problem. Harness the Titan is pretty juicy. It's also pretty good with the Titan's Gratitude because of the Attune. It's 25 damage every time I play it. We're going draw no matter what, right? I'm not worried about scaling. I want the front loaded damage. Do we need a Guard of the Unnamed if we have a Siren? I don't think so. And I don't think we can afford Shadow Siege, and I don't think we want a Crucible Collector. Draw. Card removal, Merchant of Magic versus Merchant of Steel, extra gold. A Stygian unit is also on the left side. There could be a totem. Perils plus Cuddlehex. There would be a way. Holdover again. No, not interested in these. Oh, this goes to 5, not 6. It's a bit of a shame. Cannot attack, triggers before it attacks. I mean, it's not a problem to get those shards. So this is 35 attack extra. That's 18 shards worth of damage. That's 9 spells. Yeah, Direchannel should almost always be better with the Founding Seal. Yeah, this holdover is a little bit too early. What? Holdover Ancient Synergy is always a nice thing. Just need to cost reduce it as well. Upgrade the Blink, and I'm not gonna reroll. We are pretty low on gold. Let's get rid of these non-spell, non-incant cards. That also don't freeze cards in our hand. Top floor is ready. We just have to play some plinks there. Like this. And well, we could instead play Titan's Gratitude to keep the upgraded Blink in the deck. I don't hate that. With these guys having 35 health, the 2 times 21 damage from Blink can actually matter quite a lot. We wanna Mind Collapse this guy. And these guys can just block some damage with their damage shields. This is 60 damage already. Soul Guard, you're growing pretty fast. Now we have this holdover ancient synergy thing, which should make things pretty easy from here on out. Set up the Cuddle Hex, so we have something to cuddle. And probably on this guy, so the Siren can more easily kill it. That's already enough to kill those guys, or even these guys. Cuddle Hex freezing dead weights will be a nice buff. The problem with that is sometimes it will be a nerf, because you do not always want to freeze them. Sometimes you're better off not freezing them. Because they take up space in your hand. Which oftentimes is not a problem, but sometimes it can be. It used to be a thing in the private beta. That was something that happened. And it caused some issues with Scorchers. So they got rid of it. 44, that's 220 damage. That's nice. But I kind of feel a bit sad that this Soul Guard is basically just a glorified Nameless Siren. Which, don't get me wrong, is a very powerful card, but feels a bit boring. Frenzied Swarm, Spike of the Stygian, Cuddle Hex. I don't think we need another Cuddle Hex. I wouldn't mind a Spike of the Stygian, to be honest. No. It's not really what this deck wants. Excavation Eruption. Not really. I think this is another skip, unless it's a Prism Retrieval. It is a Prism Retrieval. Just to fetch totems, Cuddle Hexes and similar things. Gold. Gold! Hold on to it. We want to make it 0 cost. Spell upgrades and removals should be better than relics at this point. Another spell upgrades and removals. Relics. Yeah. Spell upgrades and removals it is. Who needs offering when it's free? Yeah. The offering is still beneficial, because if we have hit it with like a Titan's Gratitude, we don't discard anything else. What do I want an upgrade on? I feel like I want to start removing planks instead of upgrading them. But maybe we want to remove foregone power. Actually, I kind of like upgrading the planks and removing the foregone power more. Titan's Gratitude is a lot better at 0 cost. Is there anything we want to permafrost? There isn't. Double stack. Well, that's not useful in this deck. I mean, that's not bad, but I'd rather have it be 0 cost, to be honest. And then let's buy a removal. Let's get the train yards out first. And then start removing some foregone powers. We can carry some of them around. That's fine. Just not too many. Spell shield. It's annoying, but it's not a big problem for us. We have a lot of multi-hits. Just means we actually need to play those. No. This guy has still spell shield 2. That's nice. Blink. Frostbite one of them, Frostbite another one, but a bit later. Prism Retrieval to get the Cuddle Hex out. Cuddle Hex, one of the morsels. I can keep that morsel frozen because I do want to get Frostbite on those guys. Capacity increase, nice, nice. These Mind Collapse are much worse right now, but it's okay. Here I just want to get the... Actually, I do want Frostbite on one of them. Then I'll just get the trigger, freeze the Mind Collapse, that seems fine. We need to start gaining some damage, dealing some damage rather. Blink, blink. And then Ancient Synergy. Let's keep this around actually. Yeah, this is a bit of a problem. Can't really deal with that many spell shielded units. We need the Siren. Actually, what we need is to get rid of this front guy. This is not gonna help. Might as well play it because I'm gonna play all this. This is not enough to kill the frontliner unless we get rid of one damage shield. But this is actually just as good. Yeah, we need to kill one of the backliners. I'm probably... No, I should play the Ancient Synergy. And we hold over the Blink, that's fine. Let's start with a Blink here. I got rid of the spell shield on the self-made harpy. Should be strong enough to deal with them on the top floor. Yeah, no problem. Guardian Stone. Yeah, I wanted something like that. Void Binding, Cave-In, Prism Retrieval. We don't want another Prism Retrieval, we don't want Cave-In. Do we want Void Binding? Probably not. I don't mind having a Void Binding. Actually like it. The damage shield is nice. Heaven's Gift. Sorry for the notification sound. I forgot I had it on. The zero cost Titan's Tooth, which gains extra gold on cast. Let's go to the left for more spell upgrades. Double stack. That brings the cost back up to 1. No, we don't want Ember Drain 6. We can't have Ember Drain 6. We don't want double stack at all. Let's upgrade the final Blink. Let's cost reduce the Flash Freeze and then reroll. Let's upgrade the Mind Collapse. Cost reduce the Void Binding maybe. Consume removal. That seems pointless. No. Let's remove another 2 foregone powers. I think this is maybe a good amount of foregone powers. Is there anything else I want to remove? Not really. Deck looks pretty solid right now. Okay. Ragefell. Setting up on the top floor. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what we want to do. I don't have the Ember for Prism Retrieval and Ancient Synergy. And we have to play Ancient Synergy, basically. Just Blink is fine. I want to play Blink on the bottom floor though. That also works. But I think I want to play and keep Ancient Synergy in hand. Prism Retrieval will most likely not be played this fight, but we'll have to see about that. Guardian Stone. I guess Prism Retrieval might see play. I was hoping to draw them one of the Mind Collapses, one of the 2 Mind Collapses remaining in the deck, but I didn't. Now I lose the chance to play Ancient Synergy and take a ridiculous amount of damage, because I didn't draw a Mind Collapse. There's nothing really to blink this turn. Cuddle Hex gets played later. With the Prism Retrieval. We need to kill the frontliner, so Solgar can take care of the backliner. We got back to our Ancient Synergy, which is very nice. Oh, lifesteal. That's certainly welcome. Shouldn't have played that. Cost us nothing to Mind Collapse anymore, so I can't gain back the Umbra. But we are very strong, so it's not a problem. Blazing Bolt, Siren Song, Wretch. Siren Song is okay if we have it early. If we have it at the right time. It's a bit too situational. Do I need Ember? No. I won't draw. Let's take a look at some relics. Check Strip, Teeth of Gold, Tethys Scales. Oh, Light's Gift. Yeah, that is good. It's just great. What's in here? I'll take a Bone Shine. Some Pyre Healing. Why not? Spell Weakness. That's useful. I should probably pick it up and then reroll. Mask of Penumbra. It's not often gonna draw us a card. Maybe half the time. Still worth. Drawing half a card each turn is good enough. 7 damage per shard. I mean, it still beats our Titan Channel. And I mean, it's good enough. It's not like we need it to be better. It's just that I wanted it to be better. Soul Guard, Siren. A lot of X cost spells. Bone Shine. I should have played it on the top. Mind Collapse one of these guys, then I Prism Retrieval. We found a Cuddle Hex. Good time to draw the Space Prism, because otherwise I wasn't gonna be able to play the Guardian Stone. And no, we wanna play the Ancient Synergy, we can't blink. Do we wanna play the Ancient Synergy? Yeah, we do. Although on the top floor. Not gonna play the Void Binding. Do I have room for a morsel? I do. Okay then. Well, apparently the game doesn't want me to play morsels. I guess we're playing Clear. Draws us a card. Let's play out this morsel. Don't really want to blink for morsels right now. Just want to get the incants. I think we can now Void Binding. Because we have the Mind Collapse. Let's also play these other cards on the top floor. And Mind Collapse and Foregone Power. Sure. Let's start out with a Mind Collapse. And another one. Titan's Tooth. Ancient Flash Freeze. Sure. Mind Collapse. Blink? Nope. Should have killed that guy first, I guess. Still have targets for the Mind Collapse, so the Void Binding is okay. Soul Guard dealing 570 damage every turn. I guess the scaling is pretty good for him. Pretty good on him. Glacial Seal Guardian Stone Preserve. No. And another no. We don't need that stuff. It's time for some unit upgrades. After all, our units are all still unupgraded. In can gain armor seems good. Double in can. That seems pointless. Units gain an extra upgrade slot. That means I could get another upgrade on the Siren. If we find something useful. Not that useful. Yeah, I don't want the extra upgrade slots with these upgrades. And the Abandoned Umbra synergizes with Mask of Penumbra for an extra draw each turn. doesn't even matter. Anything else? Is there a problem with taking commemorative spike? There shouldn't be. It's +5/+5. These foregone powers are pretty bad. Just get rid of all of them. I think out of all the new starter cards, foregone power might be the worst. Not sure. Of course we get a hand like this where the commemorative spike is actually a downside. Because I can't play the Guardian Stone this turn. That's fine, I guess. Just for the incant, it doesn't die to frostbite, it gets eaten first. Just to make this guy 0 cost and have a higher attack. My ancient synergy. Shouldn't have played that morsel as the last card on a turn. Oh, we actually have more space here on the top, I forgot. Oh, as a targeted spell it would be insane. I mean, it's in a pretty good state at the moment, I think. Yeah, it's just play everything. Let's draw first. Okay, that's nice. Titan's Tooth, Ancient Synergy. Blink, blink, Void Binding. Mind Collapse this guy. We're just gonna tank Seraph's damage with damage shields, so his attack doesn't matter. There is our Cuddle Hex. Mind Collapse for the Ember. We are making pretty heavy use of Ember Drain in this build, which is kind of unexpected. yeah, every unit, every wave has a target to slay with a Mind Collapse, so we are fine to just continue using Ember Drain. There we go. How much damage is Solgard doing? 714? That's a pretty high attack value. That's better attack scaling than even Gorge Penumbra usually gets. Well, Gorge Penumbra with double Gorge might get there from time to time. Well, oftentimes you don't need that much damage, but it's nice against bosses at the very least. And Count is much easier to do than Gorge. That's true. Generally a bit easier, yes. And while this deck was pretty good for encounter scaling, especially because we have the Founding Seal, I had decks that were much better, much more extreme, and could have gotten easily 200 shards by playing more than 10 spells every turn with double incant. Yeah, so this guy can reach pretty high attacks, huh? It's similar to Hellhorn, to the Hornbreaker Prince in that regard, the Slay Hornbreaker Prince, except Solgar doesn't get a chance to branch off into multi-strike, but he does get a chance to branch off into something else. Well, it might not be that great to mix this with other paths. But all in all, this deck was just a pretty straightforward incant deck with great spells, a lot of spell upgrade shops, and the best relic you can have for a deck like that. That usually wins.